All right, family. We black again, black power. This is the Truth Hour with General Sarasum Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasum Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is, black power, black frequency. You're feeling that frequency and energy. You should most definitely join. The link right in the video description is in the chat. Click it. You get a video introduction rundown on the membership, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasum Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com. Online marketplace, official General Sarasum Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like it and love it. Get on over there, check out the catalog, get you something nice, get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University. We talking about over 2,000 fire-breathing presentations that you must have in your repertoire, academic repertoire, arsenal, intellectual arsenal. There's no other website on the planet like this. Over 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the general. Plus we got the grandmaster teachers, handpicked documentaries and lectures. Believe it or not, there is not another website that can compete. You need to get on over there. Check it out. Check it out. Stay a while and and when you see all this information that I'm lining up for you, got Black Power Netflix, you gon' want to be down and stay down. And so become a member today, family. And everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon, BPC making noise, we never come. Exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube, but just so exquisite. We keep it for our family on Patreon, and we got a hell of a lineup. You know, the biggest perk is you get a chance to see the general live. SETI Live is lit, and you already know what that means. When I show up, I come to blow up. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's how we do. And so get on over there. And we got over 500 exclusive live streams only to be seen on Patreon. And every video up there was live. You get the opportunity to see the general do it live. That's right, family. And you know, we're on Rumble. We about to rumble on Rumble. And so we got our armor on. We ready to disrupt class. We ready to come in, run up in there with the Cushite frequency and split wigs all over Rumble, the Black Power scholar that won't stumble or fumble. And so we want you to buckle in and come on over and take this ride with the general as we get, you know, we bang over there on one of their most exclusive platforms, and we love it. You know what I'm saying? To be, and we dare one of them to say something. That's for real. To all the family out there that donate to the general, I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate to the hardworking general, the link right there in the video description is in the chat. Click it, donate. I thank you ahead of time, 1,000 times. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King SETI, General SETI, Sarasum SETI. Rock that notification bell. Give the video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. More like Ray gonna ban you. You feel me? Now he don't ban you, goddamn it. I'm most definitely gonna ban you. All right. Now let's talk about it. Let me come on in here. That's right. Here we go. Now, a lot of people see, now when we get to talk, see the thing is, now we talked about Epaphus in the last video, dealing with Ephraim. Because, you know, Epaphus and Ephraim is rooted in much of the same allegory. Okay, being of the bloodline of the ancient Egyptians, you see, being one, and he was Epaphus. And when you listen, to the mythology, now Epaphus was the son of Zeus. He was the son of Zeus. And so, you had Memnon, who was the son what was her name? She was the goddess of the dawn. I forget her name. Goddess of the dawn. It'll pop up and yeah, yeah. Goddess of the dawn. It'll pop up and when what was her name? Her brother name was Phosphorus. They say that he's the true light, the light bearer, the light bringer, Phosphorus. Or Aurora. I believe her name was Aurora. I believe Aurora was the mother. I knew it would pop in. I think it's Aurora. Was the goddess of the dawn, but that was the mother of Memnon. Okay, it was the mother of Memnon, who was the king of Ethiopia. And so you see that, when you really look at the Greek mythology, all of they, when you talk about that, them early figures, all of those are Ethiopians. You see, all of those are Ethiopians. And so Zeus and, one of his concubines, Io, her name, you spell it Io, was the mother of Epaphus. Now, Epaphus seemed to me to be a manifestation of Osiris, because automatically Apis is sacred to Osiris. Okay, and so you see, and so I didn't get into the whole story, but I seen that when Epaphus died, he reincarnated as the Apis bull. Now, a lot of people that don't know that the Apis bull is a black bull. Okay, and so when you say they speak of Epaphus in the Greek mythologies as being dusty, dark, black. Let's just deal with it. Those are terminologies that they use when it just hurt to say black. It just hurt to say black. So motherfuckers say dusty and dark and swarthy, black. That's all you had to do. You ain't got to say none of that shit. Black. That's all you got to say. So that's when motherfucker try ebony. They try to say anything other than black. Cause it mean what it mean. It ain't no other. See, the other one, you might think a motherfucker could play with it or something a little bit. Oh, well, he just was swarthy. That would mean, no, motherfucker, he was black. And so, now, being a king, being the son of Zeus. Yeah, being the son of Zeus. And, they say Epaphus, according to Greek mythology. Now, we got to understand, this is Greek mythology, that Epaphus founded the city of Memphis. Okay, he's founded the city of Memphis, and listen to me now. His daughter was Libya. You see, his daughter was Libya. And see, I see how that the Greeks didn't have they showed that Libya was of the bloodline of Egypt. They showed that the Ethiopians and the Egyptians were also the same bloodline. They connect all the nations that we connect today. Southern Arabia, yeah, they connect that with Egypt. They, Persia, because Susa, which was the capital of Persia, or Elam, more correctly, Elam, was said to be the city of Memnon. Okay, the great mythological warrior from Ethiopia who went to the Trojan War to ally with the Trojans. You see, against what's his name? Agamemnon. Agamemnon. You see, Agamemnon. Okay, and so that's funny that they got Agamemnon in one version, and then they got Memnon. So we trying to see why they wrote the real Memnon out of it. You see, and so but yeah, so he went there to side with his family because the Trojans were brothers of the Ethiopians. You see, that Memnon, a lot of people don't know that Memnon's father was a prince of Troy. That's right. His father was a prince of Troy, but his father was also the king of Ethiopia before Memnon. Okay? And so a lot of people don't, even say that, which would make Memnon also a prince of Troy. He was a prince of Troy, and he was the king of Ethiopia, showing a bloodline. See, when you went to see the Troy, you see Troy, and you up there and you see, oh, what's his name? What the fuck is that white boy name? What's that white boy name that that played in Troy? Put his name in there. I don't know why. Brad Pitt. That's right. That's right. I always do that, and you probably corrected me so many times. I asked the Brad Pitt. That's right. And so they show you Brad Pitt and playing Achilles and all this, that, and that. You see all, but you don't understand that the Trojans was Ethiopians. You see, they was Ethiopian. And when you go into the Bible, you will see that the land that they call it Asia Minor, or they call it today they call it Troy. They call it Turkey. But it was also the land of the Hittites. And the Hittites were from the son of Canaan, whom they call Heth. Heth. Heth, okay, was a son of Canaan, who was the brother of Egypt and Ethiopia. You see, so understand that. So the Trojans were Ethiopian, Egyptian Cushites. And not only because when we look at Troy, even being south of the colony that Herodotus, and not only Herodotus, it was more than one, it was more than Herodotus that documented that Caucasus, which is in southern Russia. Today it is the nation of Georgia, not the state of Georgia, but the nation of Georgia that was once a part of the Soviet Union. Caucasus is right there on the Black Sea, and the Egyptians had a mining colony. I believe they was either mining for silver and other forms of metals in that area. And they had set under Sesostris, Senusret, okay, Senusret, which was, I believe he was a Middle Kingdom of Pharaoh, who had went out there and colonized most of the known world at that time. That he took armies all the way to India. He went as far up into southern Russia. And they also say that Sesostris founded the Greek city of Athens. Did you hear me? We dropping heavy metal, family? You see, we dropping heavy metal. See, today, when I ain't got my computer, then I had to come straight off the top. So I just want motherfuckers to know, y'all know the general that I come right off the motherfucking top. You feel what I'm saying? Just let motherfucker know without no motherfucker, I'll spell it out for you. I'm a griot. You see what I'm saying? We'll visualize this shit. You feel me? Not a problem. So we talking about Colchis, then that senior Shrek. Okay, Sesostris. You can look it up, Sesostris, and that he conquered the whole known world at that time. You see, from as far as India, all the way into Europe, into Greece, founded the city of Athens. This is unbelievable that we don't know this. Okay, unbelievable that we don't know this. And so as we see Memnon, the Ethiopian, you see, and we also, understanding. I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna relate also because Susa. Now, a lot of people don't know where Susa is. Susa is in Iran. So when you go and you look up Persepolis, Persepolis was right along in there with Susa. Susa was the capital. I don't know if Persepolis may have become the capital at one point in time. But you see the immortals at Persepolis, woolly head Africans, Egyptian architecture, Egyptian deities. And so that city of Susa in Iran is said to be the city of Memnon. Now, also when we deal with Elam, Susa, Persepolis, later on that area became known as Persia. Okay, Persia. And so we see, if you watch the movie 300, you see where they show Africans in the movie, and because that's what you see on the wall. That's what history is saying, that they were Africans, from the bloodline of Ethiopia and the Nile Valley. But also that Andromeda, if you go off into the Greek mythology, her father he was after Memnon. He was also the king of Ethiopia. And his wife Cassiopeia was the queen of Ethiopia. But see, when you watch the Clash of the Titans, they make that shit look like it's in Greece. When you watch the Clash of the Titans, yeah, that when they, because you see, you see Andromeda's her mother. She boasted that Andromeda was even more beautiful than Hera. That's what she said. That Andromeda was even more beautiful than Hera, and they wouldn't take that type of disrespect. And so they cursed the city of Ethiopia, whatever city that was in Ethiopia. They cursed it and said that if they didn't sacrifice Andromeda to the Kraken, that they were allow the Kraken to destroy the whole city. You see what I'm saying? And so Perseus, and we know the story. He had to go cut the head off of Medusa. And because that was the only thing that could stop this Kraken. And he eventually rode in front of the motherfucker on the Pegasus, and he put the head of Medusa out there, and it turned the motherfucker into stone. Well, the relationship and the marriage between Perseus and Andromeda, the Ethiopian princess, produced the Persian race. You see, Perseus is the patriarch of the Persian, and Andromeda, the Ethiopian princess, was and is the matriarch of the Persian race. Now, but like I said, when you look, you see how the gods of Egypt, that shit flop. The white people don't even want to see nothing because they know the door is blown wide open now. They know we know. So they don't even want to, anytime you make a movie now showing all, Egypt all white, man, that really, they say, motherfucker, that's an embarrassment to even the white people now, because they know damn well that just opened up the door for the people to ridicule their ass. And so they don't want to be ridiculed like that, so they really don't want no motherfuckers making no more movies like that. You know what I'm saying? They rather just leave the shit alone. But yeah, when you look at Clash of the Titans, you wouldn't know that shit was supposed to take place in Ethiopia. You see what I'm saying? That's where it took place, in Ethiopia, but you would not know that. Okay, and so that was one. So Epaphus, now the crazy thing about Epaphus, who is the son of Zeus, and literally all the bloodline of the Egyptian kings come through Epaphus in the Greek mythology. Egypticus, and it come through the bloodline of Epaphus. Now, Io is, I believe her symbol was the cow. And so I believe that much of her story is around Hathor, just as Epaphus is around the Apis bull. Okay. Now the crazy thing about it, and Herodotus talks about this. You got a Greek Hercules, and you have an Egyptian Hercules. The original Hercules is Egyptian. He was born in Egypt. That's what it say, even in Greek mythology. Herodotus talks about that. And that Hercules come through the bloodline of Epaphus. That's right. And understand that Epaphus, again, is rooted in Apis. It means black because the Apis bull is black. Now this is what the Greek mythology say are the children or are of the lineage of Epaphus. I already told you about Hercules. It also says the dark Libyan is from Epaphus. You see, the black bull. It says the high-souled, S-O-U-L-D, high, H-I-G-H, the high-souled Ethiopians are from Epaphus. And listen to this. The feeble pygmies. The feeble pygmies are also from the bloodline of this black Epaphus who built the city of Memphis. So right there, it shows you that they acknowledge that the Twa, which they call the pygmy, derogatorily calling them the pygmy, that the pygmy the best, that the Ptah and all the Negritos all over the world was from the bloodline of ancient Egypt. See? So when I brought you the Anu, I told now the earliest people of Egypt were the Anu. Now, I didn't even bring that up last week, which I meant to bring that up when I was dealing with Manasseh, who was the tribe of the son of Joseph. The eldest son of Joseph, and the other son, Ephraim. Now, their grandfather was a priest of Ra in Egypt. Their mother was an Egyptian noblewoman because her father was a priest. She was an Egyptian noblewoman. And so the oldest son was Manasseh. Now, manna, we went into manna, which is a divine food that rained down from heavens to feed the Israelites while they was out in the desert. Is that right? That's right. Now, Manasseh is Manasseh, Manasseh. Manasseh. Now, in there, we done already identified manna. Okay? But also in there, you see, you take the M off, you see Anna. Anna or Anu. You see the A-N-A, which is also the prefix for Anunnaki. You see, which is, a celestial being who, you see, not only were they celestial beings, they were giants. So the Anu also rooted in Anunnaki, and then in the Egypt, in the Bible, they of the bloodline of Egypt are the Anakim or Anak, who was a giant. So it denotes not only a giant, but also Twa. It's the two extremes, the giant and the Twa. It denotes a direct bloodline connection to God Himself. It shows a direct connection to the giant that walked this earth in ancient time. Many still walk the earth today. If you look in the goddamn NBA, those are damn Anakim. Motherfuckers damn near the 8 feet. You got motherfuckers 8 feet, but in Egypt in the ancient time, they saying that it was giants that reached, up to 11, 12 damn feet. Whoo! Imagine looking up at a motherfucker that tall. That's ridiculous. So we see in Manasseh, we see the Anu, we see the root of the Anu, we see the root of Anunnaki. So this nigga over there with all that, see, that's allegory. You see, we don't understand that the people that's us that we see in the sky. We understand that we are a manifestation of the universe. You see what I'm saying? We understand that all of the elements of the universe is in us. You see what I'm saying? And so to identify that we are of the cosmos and one with the cosmos, we put great characters, giants in righteousness and in greatness and technology and bringing civilization to the planet, and we put icons of our ancestors up in the sky to mark as markers for constellations and stars, and so we understand when we put them, that's us. We're not saying that a motherfucker is coming out of the sky. We are the sky. We ain't, you understand? You understand, when you understand this all is one. You ain't up and down, nigga. You is in space just like everybody else. You in space just like them stars you see up there. You in space. You see what I'm saying? So we understand that these Anunnaki that these niggas is talking about coming to the earth, these is a manifestations of us, our own selves that we put in the sky as markers for constellations and stars that mark great events in our history, or seasonal occurrences that we have to abide by in order for our agriculture and seasons and times. We understand, but all of this manifestations that a motherfucker came down to the earth and toyed with us and took our DNA and all of this crazy shit and twisted our DNA, or that Anunnaki came to the earth and mixed their blood with monkeys and shit and enslaved us, created us so that they can enslave us to do labor on the, is you a fool nigga or what? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, you's a fool. You's a fool, nigga. You went down the wrong road, and you got taught by the wrong people. You see? And so, yeah, that's what really, these niggas is out here teaching. And so, but again, when we get back to the root of what it is in Manasseh, we see also that rooted in man, because it's and the Eam. So you see when you take Ephraim, Eam, and you take the honor and you put it with the Eam, you get Anakim. So you see there, and rooted in the brothers of Manasseh and Ephraim, you see that they were of the bloodline of Egypt, that they were giants. And giant don't mean that a motherfucker is so tall. We talking about, you got cats that are 8 feet today. You see what I'm saying? You got cats that's 8 feet today. And so, I mean, 2 feet is that's a tall motherfucker now, but it's not impossible. Okay? It could be, that just like people don't understand that the lions that's out here today, many of the elephants that they far smaller than, I'm talking about, not in the sense that, that they didn't, through some form of de-evolution or something, they done got smaller. No, these motherfuckers done hunted the large, because that was what, that's what gave you prestige when you brought in the large lions and the large elephants. These motherfuckers then hunted the biggest of these species into extinction. So through the course of 100 years of hunting the lion, hunting the elephant, hunting the rhinoceros, they didn't damn near drove the rhinoceros into extinction. And so because they hunt the biggest ones, you see a much smaller version of the lion, a much smaller version of the elephant today. So if you came into Africa, that's just like when I used to watch what they call that National Geographic. When it used to come on regular TV, ABC, when I was younger. And you would hear, when it come on, you would see the helicopter flying over Africa, and you could see just damn near thousands of animals. They was just in packs and just running and just, you know what I'm saying? Today, I don't even see shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't exterminated a lot of animals. So you have to understand that, through the course of being under this regime of wickedness, a lot of things have reversed. It has reversed itself. So you imagine, when, a lot of our people have, the genocide have been committed on our people. So, but if you saw Africa, of 200-300 years ago, you know what I'm saying, 400 years ago, then you would see, some of these giants. They were in fear of these men. You know what I'm saying, and women. The women were taller too. You got to have, it got to be even in order for you to the procreating and shit. You can't be a giant and you down here on a pygmy. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, so that's the reality of that. And so because they were the taller, they were hunted, they were hunted and exterminated to a large extent, but there's still remnants of, just not as tall. It's just not as tall. You see what I'm saying? That's right. That's right. Drop the heavy metal then, God. Don't wait. Drop it. That's right. So family, so we understand what's going on out there, family. We understand what's going on when we talk about the giant. I don't want y'all to think that the motherfucker's so tall. No, we talking about record. You talking about, man, 11 feet. You talking about 11, 12 feet. You see what I'm saying? That, that these are the giants, not no motherfucker head touching the clouds, but we talking about, to a great extent, about 11, 12 feet. And you got people that's already 8 feet and documented that then been over 8 feet. Over 8 feet. So I mean, a foot and a half is not beyond reason. You feel what I'm saying? And so yeah, we touching on Epaphus, the black, and so we even know that the Titans, and I'll deal with the Titans tomorrow, is an extension of that. And if you keep working with me and I'm showing you and you continue to look at that etymology, you will see even in Titan, Titan. You see the AN, go add the U on it. Anu. Titanu or Titan or Titanu. Anu. You see Titanu. You see what I'm saying? So you see it's rooted in there to show you that that is giant. That means it rooted in being a giant. Now it could also mean a twa too. You see, they were also a part of the Anu people. Okay, so they were tall and they were short. They was tall and they was short. And so we wanna be clear about that. All right, family, we ain't going nowhere. I want y'all to come right black, hit some of them links up, support the general. We doing extraordinary shit out here, family. Straight up, straight off the top. Freestyle. Freestyling classics. All right. This is the General Sarasu said he saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass. That's right, Imhotep was a twat. Bang, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Pop.